2017.
1717.
2017.
1717.
2017.
1717.
2017. 1717.
Romeoville.
2017.
All right. At this time, I would ask that all graduates and members of the audience please remain standing and join our senior class president, Olivia De La Rosa, in leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Olivia.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Olivia, and thank you, graduates and guests. You can now finally be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Derek Kinder, and I'm the very proud principal of Romeoville High School. And on behalf of the students, staff, and administration, we would like to welcome you to the commencement ceremonies for the Romeoville High School graduating class of 2017. The first thing this afternoon that I would like to do is take the time to thank all of the family members, friends, and staff that are here today to help us celebrate and honor this outstanding group of young adults. To the graduating seniors, I welcome you to your official last day of high school. Before we get started with the ceremony and different procedures that go on today, I'd like to introduce all of our distinguished guests and elected officials that are here with us. From the 43rd District, Illinois State Senator, Mr. Pat McGuire. From the Village of Romeoville, we have two village trustees here, Mr. Dave Richards and Mrs. Lourdes Aguirre. The next group of guests that I would like to introduce are the members of the Valley View School Board. With us today, we have our board president, Mr. Steve Quigley. We have our board vice president and also a father of one of our graduates today, Mr. Victor Zach. Board secretary, Mrs. Debbie Sikora. Board member, Mrs. Elizabeth Liz Campbell. Board member and former Romeoville High School teacher and Romeoville High School graduate, Mrs. Sally Gilbo. And board member, Mrs. Diane Perro. The next group of introductions belong to the Valley View School District Senior Leadership Team. Superintendent of Valley View Schools, Dr. James Mitchum. Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Mrs. Rachel Kinder. And Executive Director of Educational Services, grades 6 through 12, former Romeoville High School teacher, Mrs. Karen Flores. The last group of introductions belongs to the Romeoville High School administrative team, Assistant Principal of Curriculum Instruction, Gina Smith. Assistant Principal of Student Services, Nicole Aguizio. Assistant Principal of Athletics and Activities, Mike Strode. Student Service Administrator, Grant Galata. Administrator of Intervention and Supports, Dr. Mike Aguilar. Core Content Administrator for Literacy, Ms. Kristen Ogle. And Core Content Administrator of Mathematics, Jessica Eman. And reading all of our wonderful graduates' names today on stage behind me, we also have Mr. George Joyce. And the last acknowledgement that I'd like to send out to is graduates that I ask that we acknowledge all of the people that are here today that have supported you along your journey. Those that not only made sure that you met all of your graduation requirements, but that made sure that you got here today on time, cleaned up with a nice outfit, nice shoes and everything. So parents, family members, teachers, support staff, service providers, we thank you for everything that you have done to make sure that not only today was a success, but for all that you have done along the way to ensure that this group of young adults is set up to be successful for years to come. Thank you, staff, and thank you, parents. At this time, I would like to call to the podium Illinois State Senator Pat McGuire to share a few words with the audience and the graduates. Senator McGuire.
Thank you and good afternoon. I'm honored to be here with you, especially after 5 grueling months in Springfield. And I'm honored to represent Romeoville in the Illinois State Senate. As Principal Kinder said, I want to issue heartiest congratulations from all 59 members of the State Senate, Democrats, Republicans, city, suburbs, and downstate, to you graduates, the class of 2017. Give yourselves another hand, please. And as Principal Kinder said, I also wish to commend all the family members, neighbors, friends, staff at the school district, staff here at RHS who has helped guide our graduates to success. You are the real strength of the state of Illinois. Yes, I mentioned the Illinois State Senate. There's 59 of us. One might think that we're all career politicians, that we came out of the womb slapping backs and shaking hands. But not everybody's like that. And I want to mention a few of my colleagues to you to show that they are in the second phase of their lives, second phase of their careers. They have done honest work, and they're doing good work in the Senate. So I'm thinking about a colleague named Neil, who's a firefighter from Moline. I'm thinking about a colleague named Karen, who operates a furniture store in the suburbs. I'm thinking about my colleague Omar, who's a social worker on the west side of Chicago. I'm thinking about Jennifer and Daniel and Tom, who are all teachers. And I'm thinking about a new colleague from way downstate in Waterloo, Illinois, Paul, who's a lieutenant colonel in the United States Marine Corps. So these, again, are men and women who were successful in their primary careers and then took on the responsibility of helping to guide our state as Illinois State Senators. And those people I mentioned, they did make the switch from their previous careers to service in the Senate. They're not hustlers. They're not wheelers and dealers. They're not schemers. I'm with these people a lot. They listen, they're alert, and they think before they speak. I admire these people, and I've thought, what's the secret? What's the secret to changing from one career to another? And again, being a great listener and being alert and being thoughtful. Well, through the ages, saints and sages have given us advice on how to be that way, right? How to be attentive, how to be thoughtful. The advice I want to share from you comes from a contemporary of ours, the actor Bill Murray. Now, Murray has changed in his career. When he first started out at Saturday Night Live, he was kind of silly, right? Then he got more serious in his movies to the point where he was nominated for an Oscar for the drama Lost in Translation. Here's what Murray said in an interview. If you're calm enough and quiet enough, then the real stuff that's changing can land and sort of bounce back to you. Again, if you're calm enough and quiet enough, then the real stuff that's changing can land and sort of bounce back to you. Now when I rattled off the teachers in the Illinois State Senate, I didn't include myself. I taught English, so you know what's coming next. Let's unpack this quote. I think what Murray's saying, if you're calm enough and quiet enough, then the real stuff that's changing can land and sort of bounce back to you. I think what he's suggesting is that if we're not calm and we're not quiet, we're not going to see the real stuff. We're not going to see what's changing. And if we're running around, if we're too busy, we won't be in position to receive those things which are changing as they bounce back to us. And Murray concludes by saying this: I try to get calm so that something will appear. I try to get calm so that something will appear. So graduates, again, you have my congratulations and those of my 58 colleagues in the State Senate. Stay calm. Don't be afraid to be quiet. Be attentive. And I'm sure that good things, great things, are going to appear and bounce your way. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator McGuire. The next person that I call to the podium would like to address the graduates is the president of the Valley View School Board, Mr. Steve Quigley.
I will be brief, because I know the parents have things to do. Students, your moms, your dads, your aunts, your uncles, your family members are one of the reasons that you got here to this day, and you have a lot to look forward to as you go forth in the world. They will still be there to guide you, but at some point, it's your responsibility. Right, moms and dads? So I'm going to give you a really good piece of advice that my dad gave me 35 years ago today. I graduated high school, and he said to me, son, God gave you 2 ears and 2 eyes and 1 mouth. You figure it out. That's what I'm going to tell you. Take that with you to dovetail what Senator McGuire said. Look, listen, put the clutch in, then engage your mouth. You'll go a long way looking, listening, and learning, and then speaking. And just take that with you wherever you go, in class, if you go on to the military, wherever you end up going in your careers and your lives. Take that little bit of advice with you. And congratulations to you guys. Turning this into one of the greatest school districts in the United States, in this state for sure. Valley View is moving forward. I want to thank Dr. Mitchum and my fellow board members for their efforts in turning this district where we think it could go, and we're going to make it better every year so that when you guys come back with your families and your children graduate from this school, it'll be even better than the place was that you was when you graduated. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, President Quigley. Before I call up our salutatorian and our valedictorian, I would just like to share a few words to the graduating class of 2017. Graduates, I would like to thank all of you for the wonderful memories you've provided your fellow classmates, staff, and family during your time here with us. As a principal, it gives me much satisfaction in saying that I'm truly proud of where you have taken our school since you've joined us. The number of accolades that have amassed over the last couple of years recognizing our school's amazing growth is a credit to the work that you and our staff have put in both inside and outside of the classroom. Many of you have had to overcome obstacles during that time, whether it was a financial hardship, an injury or a medical diagnosis, an unexpected loss of a family member or close friend, or just overcoming some of the many struggles that our youth are faced with growing up in today's times. You proved to many that nothing would stop you in your journey towards success and moving forward to your very bright future. You should be proud knowing that through your hard work and your commitment to your studies and your ability to stay focused through the ever-changing world of standardized testing, your effort and commitment put Romeoville High School on the academic map. being recognized as a bronze medal winner for the 2016 and 2017 school years by the U.S. News and World Report. Along with that bronze medal status, we were also named as a top 100 performing high school in the state of Illinois. We have been named to the AP College Board Honor Roll 5 out of the last 6 years. This is an honor that is bestowed on school districts that show amazing growth, not only in the number of students that are enrolled in advanced placement courses, but averaging the number of students enrolled against the number of students that are successful in passing the rigorous assessments to earn college credit while still in high school. When this group was freshmen 4 years ago, RHS had only over 100 students taking AP tests, totaling 243 tests taken in 2013. Today, as this group of seniors is making their final appearance here, I'm proud to say that those numbers have more than doubled in their 4 years here with us, with over 280 students taking 525 different AP exams. That is a credit to your approach and your commitment to keep pushing yourself to the next level. Keep it up. It will pay dividends in the long run. Romeoville High School was also recognized by the Washington Post as being one of America's most challenging high schools in the country. This recognition puts RHS in the top 12% of high schools in the United States. So I leave you with this. Seniors, together, we transformed RHS into a place that we call home, a place that we know home as our house, a place where we know we have the home court advantage both in and out of the classroom. Our house is a place that we are extremely proud of, and just know that as long as we are here, you are always welcome back to your house. Congratulations and good luck, class of 2017. We are extremely proud of you. All right. At this time, I would like to call to the podium our salutatorian for the class of 2017, Mr. Kyle Hewitt.
I like to think that the world moves in circles. The easiest example of this is time. Each hour, day, month, and year, they all start and end the same way, and they transition seamlessly into the next. Every day the sun rises, and every day the sun sets. Night comes, night goes, over and over again in an endless loop. This, I believe, is true for everything, even the events that take place in our lives. Take this, for example, graduation. It happened last year, and the year before that, and every single year since this school started. From the school's perspective, this one is just like the last, and the next, and every other graduation. Year after year, again and again, just repeating the same old ritual. And it's nothing new for us either. We've been here before. Maybe not this room with this group of people, but 4 years ago, we all graduated 8th grade. Before that, we graduated 5th, and then before that, kindergarten and preschool. For many of us, this won't even be the last time we do this. It seems like this big, special thing, but it's really just routine for us by now. But despite this, even though we've all been through this before, and most of us will probably go through this again, this one feels special for a reason. This one is different. It's not just another cycle bound to be repeated. It's the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. And the best part about this new cycle starting today is that we can change it. It's not defined by the law anymore. We're no longer required to begin another cycle of waking up in the morning every day for school and just waiting until summer comes around. We can change this one. Many of us decided to go off to college, but I'm sure many of us also decided to take a year off school or go right into the workforce, get a job. Some of us even enrolled in the military. Whatever routine we fall into today is a routine that we have a say in. I want you all to remember, though, that it will repeat. That's just how the world works. So whatever cycle you send your life down next, make sure it's something great, something that will make you and everyone around you happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. The next speaker I would like to call to the podium is the valedictorian for the class of 2017, Carmen Awananga.
First of all, that was a great speech, Kyle. I totally admire him, his eloquence, it's amazing. I am not standing here today because I am the smartest graduate here. I don't believe that I am the most hardworking student or even the best student in the class of 2017. The reason I stand here today is because of God's grace. God has done so much for me. And so my first and most important thank you is to him. Following that, I would like to give a big and warm thanks to my family and my friends who have become my family. With a special thanks to my mother. She's hardworking and loving, and she's just done so much. And just another thanks to all the women in my family and just women in general. Especially in this day and age, women need to be shown gratitude and respect. I hope I haven't lost half my audience. Another thanks is to the staff, which includes more than just the teachers, but counselors, office and secretarial staff, security personnel, nutrition services, custodial and maintenance services, transportation, and just every individual that works for the district that made it possible for us to come to school. With a special thanks to the administration, thank you for administering and just being kind faces. I was serious when I said I was not the smartest, most hardworking, or best student in this graduating class. And you might be thinking either I'm being modest or the education system really is corrupt, neither of which are true, to my extent at least. I am standing here giving this speech because I wanted to. To quote freshman year me in a letter to senior year me, we better be speaking at graduation, which was wrong of me to say because we can't both be speaking at graduation. I'm speaking at graduation, freshman year me is still writing this letter. I'll stop before it gets too complicated, but the point is, even back then, I had set a rather hard goal for myself. I was ranked 4th during that year, and that was the chair I sat in during the honors assembly. Then come sophomore year, I'm sitting in the chair labeled 3rd. Junior year, I sat in the chair labeled 2nd, and this year, hopefully you guessed correctly, I was sitting in the chair labeled 1ST. I had literally climbed my way to the top. And for those who know me, I don't like climbing unless it's via an escalator. And that's because it's hard to climb. But if you really want something, you have to work hard to get to a top, not the top. Because in life, there is no top. Once you get to the top step of a stairwell, you'll just have to turn around to be at the bottom step of another stairwell. Or hopefully you'll be lucky and there'll be an elevator. To get to this top, it was not easy. I was not easily pleased when it came to my grades, and if I could do better, then I would take every opportunity to do better. And most of the time, I did better. I was doing the most and being completely extra, but it got me here, didn't it? I didn't settle, and if I was capable of going above and beyond, I went above and beyond. And that is my message to you. Never settle, never be complacent, and never stop trying. Because we as a generation must go above and beyond. And for every single one of you, the limit does not exist. We will all be going in different paths, but I urge you to keep education on that path. Not higher education per se, but just education. Take time to learn about what's going around in the world. Learn about your neighbors, coworkers, and friendly strangers sitting next to you in whatever mode of public transportation you're on. Learn a new skill or relearn an old one. Because as best stated by Gandhi, live as if you were to die tomorrow, learn as if you were to live forever. I have learned that it's not good to procrastinate on assignments or other little things, but it's even worse to procrastinate on the big things, like life goals and dreams. We are told by others that we can do whatever we want if we set our minds to it, but it doesn't really matter until we start telling ourselves that. So please tell yourself that. Who is to stop us from becoming ballet astronauts, opera singing doctors, poet mechanics, veterinary politicians, or movie star nuclear physicists? Only we can stop ourselves from being what we want. So please, don't put off your dreams and goals until it's too late. Go after these dreams and be relentless when you do so. Because I am not number one. Each and every one of you are number 1717. But whatever path you take, strive to be your best. Strive to be your number one. Class of 2017, our generation has been cursed with issues left to us by generations prior to ours. No offense, parents and grandparents. But our generation has also been blessed with the capability of thinking outside the box. Because for us, there is no box. There's only plains and horizons. And the only wall I want us to build is one against ignorance, one against fear, and one against hatred. We must spread love and hope. Although it may not feel like it right now, this room is being air conditioned. And there are two things I want you to take away from that. One, that we should not take for granted how privileged we are, more privileged than many. And we should give back as much as we can to whatever extent we can. Two, air conditioning runs on energy, and energy production is a primary contributor of greenhouse emissions. And just this Thursday, it was decided that the US, the second largest polluting country on earth, would be pulling out of the Paris Accord Agreement that said that the US would reduce emissions by a little more than 25% by the year 2025. Oh, 2025. At a time like this, it is so incredibly crucial that we work hard to save our planet and all the inhabitants. So please try to reduce your ecological footprint, no matter how small that reduction is. If that means getting a recycling bin or just being more conscious of how much energy and water is consumed in our household, then please try. As global citizens, I urge you to show kindness to the environment and love to one another. And now I would kind of like to close with a poem, and no, it does not rhyme. RHS, this is our house. But for me, it was more than a house. It was a home, with peers who became my brethren, whose shades ranged from the darkest blue to the lightest orange. A home where I dared to know and dared to grow, where I had to choose between a lady or a tiger, between love or fear, and between pencil or pen. A home that taught me 12-point Times New Roman font was okay, but also 32 Comic Sans font was fine as well. A home that taught me that I could use a mirror to start a fire and words to start a revolution. A home where 5 minutes has power and a moment of silence is reflective. A home where I learned to enjoy the game before I even knew how to play the game. A home where I learned to be the light that I want to see in this world. But not just any light source, one as bright as a supernova. Photons don't have reference frames. And whatever path we take, whether continuous or discontinuous, our ranges are infinite, although this poem is not. Safety. Class of 2017, we did it. We will never step back into this school as the same students. And if we do step back, we better have visitor passes because security will kick us out. Be proud of this accomplishment and strive for more accomplishments. Thank you for listening, pretending to listen, and sleeping during my speech. God bless.
Nice. Thank you, Carmen. The future is bright, most definitely. At this time, I would like to call all senior members of the choir to the stage to perform the song, Break Away. Our senior choir will be led by our choral director, Mr. Andrew White. Thank you, senior members of the choir, and thank you, Mr. White. At this time, I would like to call Olivia De La Rosa, Senior Class President, back to the stage to present the class gift to the Romeoville High School from the class of 2017. Olivia.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, graduates, parents, and friends. Every year, the graduating class presents a gift to the school as a way to show our appreciation and a way to be remembered by. On behalf of the class of 2017, it's my pleasure to announce we'll be donating $1,000 to the Everest Trust. All funds are used for the purpose of supporting RHS students' desire to participate in all aspects of high school and to remove the barrier that may get in the way of achieving these goals. The many donations from community members and staff demonstrate the motto of "This is our house" to our students, promoting a sense of collaboration and understanding that positively impact us all here at RHS. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2017.
Thank you, Olivia, and thank you, class of 2017. Audience and fellow graduates, there's one last group of students that we would like to honor before I call Dr. Mitchum to the podium to declare our graduates. Audience and seniors, I ask that you please join with me in helping honor the young men and women of the class of 2017 that have volunteered to serve in the United States Armed Forces upon graduating from Romeoville High School. At this time, I'm asking that the students that have enlisted to serve our country in one of the armed services upon graduating, please stand and be recognized for your commitment to serve and protect this great country. Thank you, graduates. At this time, I would like to call Valley View Superintendent Dr. James Mitchum to the podium for the presentation of the class of 2017.
Good afternoon, and congratulations, graduates. A high school diploma is, in effect, a contract that grants the recipient all rights and privileges due to a person who has met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state, village, and the school district. When a diploma is handed to a student, accompanied with a handshake by building administration, reconfirming the requirements for graduation have been completed. Therefore, I'm declaring to the parents, community, and Board of Education that these young people may commence the next phase of their life, whether it is a professional or furthering their education. As the superintendent of the Valley View School District 365U, I am making a binding agreement that each diploma bestowed belongs to a graduate that can read, write, and compute on a level that is consistent with a person who wants to either go to college or the workforce. Graduation is more than just a ceremony. It is a public declaration that the staff, teachers, and administration of the Valley View School District have done their job to educate their students. I certify today a job well done. Thank you for your time. I'll let the commencement begin.
At this time, we have one final request of the audience. We ask that out of respect to all of the graduating seniors and their families and their desire to hear their graduate's name read, we ask that you do not cheer or applaud until the entire senior class is announced. I thank you ahead of time for this cooperation in this matter. Mr. Quigley and Mr. Joyce, let the presentation of the diplomas proceed.
Carmen Awen Onya. Kyle Edmund Hewitt. Olivia Marie De La Rosa. Gianna Marie Canella. Chloe Ann Holm. Gabriela Christine Chavez. Jordan Nicole Slagle. Sydney Rosaldo. Elizabeth Marie Zahorik. Laurel Ann Workus. Justin P. Moylt. Irlinda W. Fierda. Bradley Matthew Ramos. Morgan Reese Kincaid. Camille Wiesla Surma. Alec B. Abernila. Hala M. Abudaleb. Miranda Ann Acevedo. Emmanuel Opaku Achampong. Adrian Acosta. Keegan Quinn Adams. Lila Chanel Sykes. Justin X. Aguilar. Carol Crystal Aguirre. Midhun E. Ajakumar. Avery O. Alabe. Raul Jesus Alfaro. Shirazad Aliwala. Tyree Devon Allen Jr. Alvaro Almanza Gaten. Manuel Alvarado. Felipe Alvarez. Thaddeus Banahena Ampadu. Hannah Grace Anderson. Tanaje Santel Anderson. Diana Maritza Andrade. Elena Rose Airy. Lizette Alduelo Luna. Leanne Bahena. Eddie Baker Jr. Brandon Lee Banaski. Brian K. Banaski Jr. Alan Barba. Samantha Barrios. Gage Bartlett. Jennifer Bedola. Kelly Beggs. Stephanie M. Bale. Jerry S. Becky. Jenna Marie Bell. Alyssa N. Berry. Michael Robert Bliss. Ian C. Blum. Mikhail Lee Blunt. Matthew T. Boots. Caitlin Borcherding. Marissa Morgan Barkowski. Monica Michelle Bremer. Miranda C. Brookie. Burnaby Boneta. Brenda Bendia Peidlin. RJ M. Burt. Monet Caprice Cadet. Dinali Gimore Campazano. Christian Alejandro Cano. Elijah Anthony Carley. Jacob E. Carmona. Kiera Nicole Carter. Isaias Casarubias. Stephanie Castaneda. Adriana Castillo. Isaac Jesus Castillo. Lisamar Ceballanos. Haley Danielle Cerny. Iris E. Shabirin. Natalia Chavez. Claudia Schlebeck. Sarah Nicole Shishnowski. Haley Eileen Serrar. Claudia Marie Cisneros. Stephanie Renee Clark. Lindsay May Como. Michael Coney. Hannah J. Conway. Crystal M. Cortez. Aaron N. Cosner. Jeffrey Robert Cowley Zach. Matthew Robert Crafton. Bradley William Croce. Edward Paul Croker. Jada A. Cruz. Kayla Alexis Cologne Grubbs. Helena Mariana Markovic. Mark P. Kukier. Danielle Dalton. Gregory Vincent Davis. Joseph M. Davis. Marlon Terrell Davis. Taylor Zamea Davis. Victoria D. Davis. Kevin D. Daza Ruiz. Ayana Michaela de Avila. Giovanni De Jesus. Cindy M. De La Cruz. Natalie Isabel De Leon. Leandro De Agueros. Brooke Elizabeth Derringer. Kaylee Marie Delaney. Kevin Delgado Melchor. Brianna Maureen Deaver. Itzel Diaz. Christina Diaz. Melanie M. Dipp. Demaya D. Dixon. Hector Julian Don Diego. Nakia Jitser Doriwala. Gabrielle Joy Duncan. Michael Cameron Dunkirk. Kyra Ashante Easley. Dakota Eberhardt. Kyle Edward Eichhorst. Waleed Elanani. Dawson D. Espinoza. Alyssa R. Estrada. Daisy Fernandez. Alexis Ferreira. Haley Renee Fetzer. Faith Marie Flores. Anthony Louis Franco. Tyler James Franzen. Emma Jean Elizabeth Fry. Jake Fudala. Monica Fudala. Carolina Marie Gabarczyk. Marilyn Gallardo. Ashley Renee Garcia. Bianca Yesenia Garcia. Gustavo Garcia. Mario Garcia. Talia E. Garcia. Daniela Garnudo. Christian Jesus Garza. Ayman Usman Gunny. Eric Lewis Gladstone. Teresa Gomez. Ulysses Gonzalez. Nathaniel Ryan Gonzalez Davis. Fatima Guardiola. Itzel Guerrero. Garrett Milana Guillen. Alexis Gussie. Michael William Gutierrez. Sarah Gutierrez. Antonio J. Guzman. Oscar Guzman. Jareen Sarah Hyderali. Devontae Dontriel Harding. Diane Sakema Harrison. Brianna J. Hartzog. Sayeda Manal Hasnain. Omar Hernandez. Christian Herrera. Stephanie Herrera. Wayne R. Heston. Kendall Ann Heilman. Junhyuk Hong. Jared B. Hopper. Lucas James Hopper. Kevin Frank Horn. Samantha D. Horseman. Samuel Michael Horseman. Haley Nicole Hoschutz. Jacob R. Hubbs. Christiana Monet Hudson. Selena Marie Hughes. Dennis Fabian Hika. Carlos A. Ibanez Jr. Jacob Enrique Ickes. Avis H. Imam. Samantha Aaron Jackson. Alyssa Taylor Jacobczyk. Scott M. Jacobowski. Alyssa Serena James. Michael Wayne Janicki. Alexis Johnson. Burley Johnson Jr. Courtney Johnson. Robert L. Johnson. Jalen Bakari O'Neill Jones. Walker R. Jones. Pachola Conde Jubas. Tristan A. Justice. Bailey Lynn Cavalunas. Jillian M. King. Sydney Dernice King. Tyreek King. Tofik Isam Koliak. Savannah Camperda. Andrew Anthony Kopka. Kamiko M. Kopka. Peyton Marie Karanda. Thomas Kasilniak. Jacob Tyler Krachek. Dylan M. Kusinski. Keeman R. Laird. Xavier A.Q. Lampkin. Alexander Lara. Neon Trainee Lee. Kimberly A. Lercher. Justin Kyle Lessentine. Ryan S. Lincolnheld. Casey Marie Lizardo. Ryan N. Lloyd. Leslie Francis Lopez. Selena Lopez. Laura E. Lutzer. Carlo J. Lucena. Connor Blake Machado. Ilse M. Matagania. Amaria Rose T. Maldonado. Maya Maldonado. Tyler Maloney. Devin Mangrum. Joy Robin Mangrum. Alexis Gabriela Marin. Alicia Marie Murata. Stephanie Marie Martin. Adrian Martinez. Dominique Martinez. Jared A. Martinez. Kevin Abraham Martinez. Mariana Martinez. Stephanie Marie Martinez. Caitlin Elizabeth Masnika. Migli Matsalovichute. Devon Lark Maxey. Lindsay Ann McCann. Edson McCurry. Tongi McDaniels. Jonathan J. McFarland. Meredith McGarry. Russell Scott McNabb. Mariella Medina. Stephen Alexander Medina. Rodrigo Alejandro Meja. Nayela Mena. Brittany Nicole Mendez. Lyric S. Miles. Abigail Lucille Miller. Justin P. Miner. Hirota Miznak. Ryan Mullen. Luis Moreno. Judah Raymond Morgan. Estefany Mota Llanos. Ryan T. Nance. Stephanie Nepolas. Sandra Necka. Jordan Jamal Nettles. Matthew Novak. Patrick Nowak. Alyssa Nunez. Lindsay Marie Toole. Sarah Elizabeth Obispo Parajas. Jorge Saul Ocampo. Scott Christian Oderio. Ruben Oleas. Jacqueline Natalie Olivas. Adekun Adeleba. Ane Olvera. Nubia Ordonez. Alexandra Claire Ornelas. Eduardo A. Ortega. Adeline Ortiz. Christian Ortiz Flores. Kenneth Joshua Paces. Sonny S. Panesar. David Peguero. Bethany Lynn Pemble. Raymond John Peralta. Jahil K. Pareda. Alexis Patricia Perez. Daisy Perez. Jacob Thomas Perez. Juan Francisco Perez. Desiree Lynn Peritano. Gregory Allen Phipps. Austin Andrew Priano. Veronica Pishala. Tyler R. Posiak. Anthony V. Principe. Charles Irving Pronger. Brandon A. Kwan. Anahi G. Kazeda. Michael A. Quinn. Andrea Ramirez. Armando Ramirez. Oscar L. Ramirez. Roberto Carlos Ramirez. Carlos Demeterio Ramirez Gomez. Jacqueline Ramirez Meza. Nicholas T. Ramos. Avidas Ralianitis. Megan White Rausch. Alyssa T. Rea. Marshawn Lee Raybon. Mateo Deontay Redmond. Dakota Austin Regan. Ariana Luz Reyes. Daniel Reyes. Edward Giovanni Reyes. Rory James Richards. Brenda Rivas. Emily Rodriguez. Karina Rodriguez. Karen Rodriguez. Leslie Rodriguez. Michelle Acela Rodriguez. Citali Rojo. Alberto Romo. Sarah E. Romy. Myra Anea Rosales. Wendy M. Rosales. Matika Tiana Ruindit. Nancy Ruiz. Sergio Rubicaba. Julia Socotita. Joel Miguel Salcedo. Angie Salguero. Candy Sanchez. John W. Sanchez. Jesus Sandoval. Giselle A. Santiago. Jacqueline Santillan. Nathaniel Xavier Santos. Vanessa Rose Sanzeri. Jonathan J. Salcedo. Michael J. Schneider. Matthew Werner Schweinert. Sierra K. C.A. Yesenia Seguera. Becky Senefimacek. Madison Marie Seneft. Shelby Rose Sen. Samantha M. Sepulveda. Daisy Serrano Martinez. Stephen J. Saratella. Miranda Rita Sexton. Ira Shaw. Iana Monet Shelby. Christopher E. Chaputis. Hafsa Shawib. Jerry David Shreve III. Daniel Joseph Surhay. Elizabeth Surhay. Kayla Simon. Sarah Seasine. Mariusz Skatulski. Zachary W. Skibinski. Evan T. Sklodowski. Megan Elizabeth Smers. Hannah Marie Smith. Jacqueline Marie Smith. Vanessa Rose Snyder. Nolan R. Soper. Etni Shari Soriano. Michaela Ray Spar. Rachel L. Splitgerber. Amanda Stepien. Aaron Michael Stevenson. Capri Stewart. Alyssa Lynn Stewart. Fatima Ariel Stingley. Marissa Lauren Stern. Abigail Grace Studa. Justin Paul Suits. Zachary Daniel Suits. Adam J. Suiga. Kevin Sutton. Abigail Elizabeth Marie Swank. Elizabeta Chantel. Jordan K. Taylor. Megan E. Teschke. Ginger Lee Thomas. Matthew R. Thomas. Nathan O'Neill Thurmond. Stephanie Tinoco. Jonathan Tinoco. Jennifer Lynn Tobush. Riley Joseph Toper. Joel Toro. Katie L. Torres Magana. Brandon Luis Trasmonte. Adriana Trejo. Lonnie Trent IV. Gabriel Jorge Treviso. Brianna Janae Tucker. Andrea Urzua. Jugente Vrishalateta. Michaela Rose Vera. Matthew David Zinnen Van Meerden. Amarani Giselle Vasquez. Kevin Vasquez. Pablo Velasco. Robert T. Versilio III. Anae Vergara. Danielle Alyssa Vicens. Eduardo Villarreal. Daniela Venturi. Allison Ruth Vitale. Dino Versell. Christian Irvin Walker. Jasmine Louise Warner. Kristen Lewis White. Miranda N. Yorzik. Marissa Nicole Wyzorek. Amber Jane Williams. Rodney Williams Jr. Tyler Williams. Jackie Wilson. Logan Withers. Olivia Laura Vlodek. Deja Dominique Wright. Brenda Marie Verst. Jessica Kathy Wyka. Rebecca Lynn Weiland. Nicole Yandy Rosaki. Amanda Azadua Yaboa. Caitlin Nicole Young. Lucero A. Zaccaro. Allison Paige Ziegler. Alexandria Paige Zebarth. Jacob T. Marlsey. Victoria Zuhara. And Stephanie Zarita.
All the way back. All right, graduates, at this time, would you please transition your tassels from the right side to the left side of your hat? You're officially graduated from Romeoville High School. Congratulations.
Romeoville.